So for the first TikTok, you have to enter one of these snow caves, and while you're in one of these snow caves, there is a few chests that spawn on a rock formation just like this. So it does look like a normal chest, and it does just give you a few items. So you're probably wondering what's so special about one of these chests, but all you have to do is, once again, the chest is completely empty, and let me quickly eliminate this guy really quick because he's gonna mess up everything. But once the chest is empty, all you have to do is run over, and once the chest despawns just like that, you see how it disappeared. Now you can run back over to the chest and it should give you all new items. So just like that, we got new items, and you can kind of just pick and choose what you want. There's honestly just so much stuff you can end up getting, all the way from like brute scales to cursed bones and everything like that, which is super cool. And my game is super laggy right now, but I'm gonna show you again just so you know I'm not messing with you guys at all. The chest is despawned, and now we can run over here, and once again, just like that. Oh my gosh, we got a brute scale, and then we also got an arctic claw, and we got some cheese. So we got so many good items already. But another thing is, if you guys look at my inventory, my grappler is at 1 shot. Now all you have to do is put it in a chest and then take it out of the chest, and just like that, our grappler is fully repaired. Personally, if I had to rank this chest glitch, I would say it's literally a 10 out of 10. You can't get anything better than this. It literally gives you unlimited free items. I think the grappler one is a 10 out of 10 as well, because I have saved myself so many resources. And now we can move on to our next TikTok. I recently saw a TikTok on how if you fall from a big height into a bush, the bush will actually negate all fall damage, which I don't know if I believe. I know it's like that in Battle Royale, but I just feel like it's such a weird thing to put into Lego Fortnite. If it really does work, that's pretty cool. And there is a ton of bushes around, so I feel like one of those bushes over there should be just perfect to do it with. So now it is time to start building all the way up, and I hope these trees do not get in my way, which it does not look like they will, so that's perfect. But now we can build all the way up, but I feel like this should be high enough. Maybe we'll make it a little bit higher and go to that bush over there, right there. We'll go to that bush over there. We'll see if it just takes away all of the fall damage, or if it makes it so, like, you know, you just take a little bit of fall damage. I don't know. We'll have to see though. So here we go. I think this should be high enough, and now, okay, no, we need to go at least one more. I do not want to miss the bush, because if I miss the bush, I'm definitely dead. So I feel like this should be good. And here we go, boom. And oh my gosh, it actually survived. Okay, that is actually really cool. I did not know that was a thing, but there are these smaller bushes, so I wonder if maybe these ones do it as well. So I'm gonna quickly run back up here and see if the smaller bushes do it as well. If not, then I guess you just have to do it with the big bushes, but I guess we'll have to see. All right, so once again, I'm pretty high up. I feel like I will die from this fall damage, but we'll see. And oh my gosh, you will die from the fall damage, and I don't think I have my bed set. So this is going to be interesting to see where I spawn. This might have been a really bad idea. If you do end up trying this trick, make sure you do it on a big bush and not a small bush. So I just got all of my stuff back, and now we need to rate this tip right here. So I feel like it is a really useful thing to do, but it's one of those things where if you have it planned out, it will definitely be the best thing to do, because if you accidentally jump into a small bush, it's going to be a very bad day. Just like I had to run all the way from the snow biome all the way back over here. So I think I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10, just because I feel like it is a cool thing to know, but it's definitely not like the most useful thing ever. So now I'm going to move on to the next thing that I am going to do. And if you guys watch my Lego survival series that I post every single day on this YouTube channel, you guys will know that I do not have any monorails or any spaceships or anything like that. And that is purely because I feel like anytime I make one and anytime I end up doing something like that, it just ends up breaking. I made a spaceship once and I made a monorail once, and both of them just ended up breaking. So I eventually gave up, but I recently saw a video on how to make a very simple spaceship. So I'm going to get all of the materials and then we can start making it. So here we go. I got all of the materials and I'll show you exactly how to make this thing. It is super easy. So we are able to just place a dynamic foundation down just like that. Now you can add a large thruster. You kind of just want to put it in the middle. I think that is somewhat in the middle, so something like that should end up working. And now you can end up adding the activation switch. It doesn't really matter where you put it as long as it's on the foundation. And then all we have to do is add a large balloon. You do want it in the middle, so I think something like right there should be in the middle. And oh my gosh, I freaking fell. Please. Oh my gosh, I don't know how I just got back up on there, But if you guys end up doing this, make sure you're fully on the platform and you don't fall off. But now, you know what? This is super simple. You can use these foundations right here to steer the ship and also land the ship. I'm going to try and go in a complete circle and land it back at my base. If it lands all the way back at my base, I'll consider this like a 9 out of 10 just because it is very useful. So there we go. We should be able to start turning now, and we'll actually be able to see how hard it is to end up turning this thing. And you know what? We're not going in a complete circle, but we are turning very slowly. The one thing I like about this so far is nothing has broke. Every other time I ended up doing this, it seems like something breaks. So here we go. I added another platform, so hopefully that makes us turn a little bit sharper. So there we go. We got 3 on there, so now we should make a really sharp turn, hopefully. And yeah, it looks like we're actually heading straight back to base, which if we do, I'll be very surprised because I've had a lot of problems with spaceships and monorails. Everything just seems to break eventually, so if this one does not break, I'll be pretty happy. But now it's just time to get back to base. Well, I accidentally just broke the spaceship, but if I had to say, I would have been able to make it easily back to base. And if I have enough materials on me right here, I might end up doing it again. I think I should. Yeah, I should have enough materials, so I'm just gonna place another one down, and then we should be able to make it back to base. And I'll try not to break the spaceship this time. And I'm actually missing a torch, so that's unfortunate, but it was working really well, so I'm gonna give that like a 7 out of 10. If I was not dumb and did not try and break one of the side pieces and accidentally hitting the balloon, I feel like I would have been able to make it easily back to base, and I would have been able to land, and it would have been really useful. So I really like that one. And now we can move on to the next tip that we have. So for this next one, I did load up into a sandbox mode, which I could have done it in my survival world, but I do already have like 10 villages in that world. What he ended up saying is you can upgrade your village to level 10 very easily, and it's purely with these lumber mills. So he says you should be able to just place all of these lumber mills down, and if you end up placing down 31 of them, which is about 250 wood, and I think it's about 600 granite. If I did my math correctly, I didn't use a calculator, so if I got the granite one wrong, that one's a little harder, but it should be around there. So, but what you can do is once you place this and upgrade your village, which we should be able to just start upgrading it right now, and I should probably keep count of how many I'm placing, but you know, I'll count later. You can break all of these when you're done, so you get all the resources back, and you still get to keep a level 10 village. But if the game updates and there's new village levels, you will have to place all of these back down, or you'll have to, like, you know, just place normal buildings down to upgrade your village. But I think this is definitely the best way to do it. And so far, just in a couple of minutes, we are already at level 5, which is way quicker than anything else. And I think I'm literally going to be able to place all of these and get like a maxed out village in just a couple of minutes. So I'm going to place all of these down, and then I'll get a final count to see how many in total you'll have to place to get a max level village. So let me do this very quickly. So I just placed all of them, and I just got barely enough to get level 10, and I ended up placing 33. So in the video he said it was 31, which I might have miscounted, but now knowing that's 33, I can quickly do the math to see how many like pieces of wood and granite it takes. So it takes 264 pieces of wood, and then for granite it is a total of 500 pieces. It's 495. So it's honestly not too bad. That will probably take about 15 to 20 minutes of actually getting all of the resources, and then you can get a level 10 village wherever you would like, pretty much instantly. So that is very cool, and I think that is a great myth to know. So now I'm going to switch over back to my survival world, and we can start testing some other things that I have. For the next thing I saw on TikTok, it's you can eliminate any mob by simply running into the water and getting them to fall into the water. So I don't know if they're smart enough not to follow me in, but if they are not, that means they should easily just run in. And oh my gosh, okay, yeah, so it seems like they're smart enough to know that running into the water is not good for them. So now that there's a roller here, we should be able to get it to dash at us. We'll come over here and oh my gosh, okay, just roll. Okay, perfect, and boom. It's that easy. You can do that with brutes, you can do that with rollers, you can do that with anything in the game. And the next thing that I never knew is you can actually put food in your offhand and you can eat. If you right click, you can actually start eating your food. So that is also really cool. For killing the mobs in the water, I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. I think that is so useful because if you are next to the water, you can kill pretty much anything at any time. For the food in the second hand, I never knew this. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Although it does not give you too much of an advantage, it is definitely really cool that you can have it in your offhand and you can eat it at any point, and you don't have to like switch from your sword to your food. You can just chomp down on your food and not have to worry about anything. So I think that is really cool. But now we can move on to the next thing as well. So for this next one, you can actually take no damage when you jump onto the lava. All you have to do is have a shield, and then you can jump on the lava, and if you look, I am taking no damage. Up on the top left, I am literally taking 0 damage, and I do have a regeneration charm. I'll quickly take that off, which I believe it's that one right there, and now we can just jump around, and we are literally taking no damage. So this one is by far the best one, purely because you take no damage. And I don't know about you guys, but lava is super annoying, so I wish I knew this one a little bit sooner. But dude, you can travel so fast now. So if you guys at any point need to go into the sand caves, make sure you use this tip. Bring a shield along with you, and you are literally invincible to all of the lava, which is so nice.